Hi there. So you want to join the Navy. As somebody who spent a number of years and retired from the Navy, the next few videos that I'm going to do are I'm sharing my experience, what I've learned, and different things that might help you get prepared for any length of career that you might think you want to have in the Navy. This first one is going to be tips for those young people that are, scared of training, of the basic training, aka boot camp, and talking on the hardest part of being in the Navy. Okay. So if you know somebody, a young person, fresh out of high school or whatever, that you think would benefit from this and the videos to follow, and I say videos to follow because I can sometimes ramble kind of like right now. So I'm probably going to break this up into a few videos. I'm making them because a friend of mine reached out, and one of the children of my friend is thinking about joining the Navy. So that's where these videos are coming from. So let's jump right into it, okay? So tips for those that are scared of training. So for boot camp, I'm not going to tell you don't be scared, because if you're already in that mindset, it's not going to be easy to get you out of it. I will tell you this. Number one is going to be get as fit as you can before you go in. Don't worry about getting Iron Man ready. And I don't mean Iron Man Tony Stark. I mean Iron Man, the triathlon, as long as you're at a good level of fitness, they'll help you get the rest of the way there at boot camp. Okay. Boot camp is largely a mental exercise. When they're yelling at you, when they're, in your head, if they do a hurricane in your berthing compartment, and I don't know if they do them anymore, okay? I went to boot camp in a different time. If they do a hurricane, it's just to mess with you mentally. Boot camp is largely a mental exercise. So just remember that and just adapt. Be flexible. Laugh. You might get dropped and have to do push-ups for it, but laugh. They like to see mentally strong people. So don't be afraid when they start yelling and they get loud and they look angry. It's their job. Like do you know how metal is made stronger? By taking the impurities out of it and pounding the crap out of it. And we want, sailors of steel on those ships and out in the fleet, okay? Pay attention. The hurricane, and this is probably one of those tips that you might not get from people. The hurricane, or whatever they call it now, is when they go through berthing compartments and they take all your clothes from your lockers and they throw it out on the floor, and then you come in because somebody had stenciled their underwear wrong, or I don't know what. So pay attention. Pay attention when they're teaching you how to fold clothes, and I think they still do that. Pay attention when they're teaching you how to stencil your clothes, and do it exactly as they tell you. Okay? Don't try to hide it. If you do it wrong, don't hide it. Be like, hey, I messed this up. Can I get some help or further instruction or whatever? They'd rather you be loud and wrong at first than to carry that down, because they want to make sure you understand that paying attention to instruction and doing it right is key, because they want sailors and technicians that out in the fleet are going to do it that way. Okay? Always stand tall and proud. When you're right. If you know you're right, if you have the answer, always stand tall and proud. If they go, are you sure, blah, 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 da, 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 and they make you start to question yourself, stand on your answer. Stand tall and proud. Don't let them convince you or make you start to doubt yourself. Again, it's a mental exercise, right? So they're going to try to make you question yourself. Don't question yourself. If you're wrong, hey, yes, I was incorrect. I apologize. Petty officer, chief, senior chief, whatever your recruit division commanders might be. And if you get dropped because of it, then do your push-ups, do whatever you got to do and move on. Okay. that remember that it's largely a mental exercise. Pay attention and get fit. For boot camp, those are the tips, that the best tips that I can give you. Okay. Now this video has gone on about 5 minutes, so I'm going to stop it here. And the next one is going to be the hardest part of the Navy. And hopefully that one shouldn't be as long as this one, I don't think.